Okay, extra material in the Nintendo fandom. Since I was one of them, I'm not really anymore. I sort of lost my appetite in video games. I could talk about that other game stuff, but I don't know that much, so screw it. Just Nintendo. Nintendo's a very family-oriented stuff, and keep making great games just for that. Of course, there's exceptions, but I'm talking in a general sense. And I'm completely fine with that. The same old Wii Sports Resort, etc. Unlike Sony slash PlayStation and Xbox slash Microsoft, are just out to make games for the bigger fan base. More and more shooters, racers, and sport games. Madden's back. The first easiest target is Mario, or better known to me as That Man. We all know he's that so-called plumber pseudo-Italian man. Everyone was Mario. You don't really have to be a video game person to know Mario's a video game guy that runs around jumping on people and crap. Nintendo just keeps making That Man's gravy train going, putting more and more games just to have that happy face go right in front of you and say, "Let's go!" But no problem, it's a franchise. They're supposed to be doing it. They're supposed to keep making games for their amazing fan base and soon-to-come fans. The real problem I have with Nintendo and their choice to use That Man is that they keep doing retrospect crap, not making any necessarily new stuff. Every Mario game just brings back the same old stuff of Goombas and Koopas. They also seem to ditch Shy Guys, Sniffits, Snuffits, and Grindles, the football guys from some of the older games, Sumo Bros, Buzzy Beetles, Waluigi, and about 70% of the enemies from the Paper Mario series. But they can easily put every little reference and everything ever put into a Mario game into Mario Party. I don't get it. Everyone's invited to that, well, except Bowser. But I have this theory that it doesn't do that anymore. Since Mario Party 5, he said, screw this crap, I'm not doing any more of these dumb party games, and now they have some dude in a Bowser suit. I mean, think about it. Look at the newer Mario games versus the old ones. What does Bowser do now? Roar! I'm Bowser! Ha 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 ha! That's not Bowser. Whatever. Mario especially, but Nintendo in general seems to keep saying, hey, remember how awesome we were then? Like in the 80s? The old side-scroller Mario, top view Zelda? Remember Ice Climbers and Kid Icarus and Clue Clue Land? Man, good time. Good times. Well, not enough for me. I'm a 90s kid. I myself do reflect on the old stuff, the 90s stuff. Back when I first got an N64 and thought this was the greatest thing in the world. But that was when it was original. That's why I reflect on it. I like Mario Party, the first one, and Mario Party 2. The third one was okay, and then it kind of slowly got off the ball. Yeah, they have more crap, but still, it's the same mini-game craziness time, super fun time. I still go back and replay Majora's Mask, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Today they have the technology, but not really enough creativity to really do something different. And when they do, it kind of sucks. Look at Super Mario Sunshine. Ugh. But they just love to go out and remind all their fans the old arcade games, but many of these snot-nosed kids are too young to remember because they never played them to begin with. Stop pushing arcade crap on people. It's old. It really angers me to see how there's so many fanboys in love with the old NES and Super Nintendo games. It was good and all, but I don't know why they have to keep pushing oh, we really need a new Kid Icarus game. Did you see Brawl? Kid Icarus is awesome now. My best example is Punch-Out. See, since I'm not a fan, I never really played the first one. I, of course, don't like it, but that's just me. We can't just have anything new, can we? Just bring in the old stuff every time. I like Legend of Zelda and Mario, but they are a couple of the few poster children, or people, I should say, of Nintendo. The rest of the Nintendo supposedly makes or shunned like a mentally challenged cousin that no one wants to really be remembered that exists. Star Fox, F-Zero, Earthbound, and Fire Emblem. What do they have in all in common? All slightly forgotten franchises that only get some spotlight in Super Smash Bros. I don't actually care for a rail shooter, a futuristic racing game, or an RPG where your people actually die and never come back. But I like to support them for being thrown off into obscurity because that man, some elf with a sword and blob people that resemble real people doing sports shouldn't be 60% Nintendo. Yeah, 60% may seem not that overpowering, but the next 20% is Pokemon and those miscellaneous titles like Brain Age, Kirby, and Cooking Mama. You see, I woke up and smelled the Japanese tea. I own a Wii, and I know waving around what looks like the love child of a remote and a dildo is stupid. I only got it because the other two systems didn't have as many interesting games at the time. They were a little too pricey, and I wanted to own and play Super Smash Bros. Brawl and well, those other games like Twilight Princess, Galaxy, whatever. I really Nintendo fanboy if they didn't keep making dumb choices, in my opinion, of churning out the same games. I know there are exceptions, the exclusives like No More Heroes and Mad World. Those are the far in between ones. But whatever. I got other things that I'd like to suck out all my money. I got college and anime and food.